Have you ever wanted to have your mailbox looking like this? Well, this is my mailbox on 83 different realms on the US, on pretty much every single auction house on the US. As you can see, realm after realm with millions of gold in sale. Now this is all from cross realm flipping. Cross realm flipping is where you buy an item on one realm for cheap and you move it over to a more expensive realm for a lot more, and you keep the profit in between when you sell that item. This is by far the best way to make gold in World of Warcraft. It has been for many years now, and this will always be the best way to make real big amounts of gold. So what I'm going to be doing in this video is I'm going to be showing you how to do cross realm flipping. So first of all, the first thing that you're going to need is TSM. This is Trade Skill Master, and this is an add-on that allows you to do a bunch of things related to the auction house. It also gives you price data for items, which is very, very important for flipping. I have my groups that I've spent years making with all of the best items to flip and operations to sell the items at a profitable price no matter what. You can get this inside of my retail flipping guide, which will be linked down below in the description box if you want a head start and an advantage compared to everyone else. So the next thing that you want to learn is you want to learn the TSM tooltip. And now with cross realm flipping, there's two main ones that we want to look at. It is the region market value average and also the region sale average. These two price points are the most important. Another thing that you want to learn and you want to get yourself is your warband bank. As you can see right here, if you go to any banker in the game and then you click on the warband bank tab, you can go ahead and access the warband bank right there. The next thing that I recommend doing is setting up characters on a bunch of different realms. Now to cover every single auction house, you do need 2 accounts, but you can just start off with 1 account and cover a lot of realms. So the operations work like this. They will only actually post one of each item on each realm if it can post at a profitable price. So how my operation works is it will keep track of how much you paid for each item, and it won't allow you to post them unless it's at a profitable price. Anything that is left over is either there's more than one of that item or it can't be posted at a profitable price. So what you do with the leftover items after posting is you put them in the warband bank, and then you go ahead to the next realm and you get them out from the warband bank, moving them from the first realm to the second realm, and then you try to post on the second realm. And then obviously it will do the same thing. It will only allow you to post them if it can be posted at a profitable price on that realm, and it will only post one of each item on each realm. This way, by the end of it, you'll have all of your items spread out across a bunch of different realms and only posted at a profitable price. This will allow you to get as much gold back as possible, and it will give you the highest chance of actually getting sales because you have your items spread out across multiple different realms. Now I'm going to show you how to do this with a lot of items. So we did 2 items, well 1 item before, and we had 2 of them. Let's go ahead and do a bunch of items. So as you can see, my warband bank currently has a bunch of different items that I have brought. If I click on post cap to bags with my operation, it will move one of each item into my bags. Then we can go ahead and post them on this realm. And once again, we'll only post items that can actually be posted at a profitable price, and it'll only post one of each item. Any items that are going to be left over that are in my bags are going to get put back into the warband bank, and then we're going to move them to the next round, and we just rinse and repeat that process until all of our items are spread out and posted across all different realms, all at profitable prices. So as you can see, we're just using at the moment the TSM macro to post these very quickly. That's a nice tip that I might tell you. Basically, you have the TSM macro and you set this to the scroll wheel up and down, and it's very, very quick way to post. But as you can see, everything that was left over, we just click on move to a war bank, just like that, and it moves all the items into our warband bank. We log into the next round, we remove the post cap. So I'll go ahead and I'll wait till it loads in so I can actually show you. We open it up and then we click on post cap to bags. This will remove one of each item into our bags. We post these up on the second round. Anything that's left over back in the warband bank and over to the third realm until we go through all of the realms and all the items that we have brought that are in our warband bank have been posted across different realms. Now you need to know how to actually buy the items. Now the best way to do this is to use flipping power. And to be completely honest, this is a tool that I've created and own. However, this is by far the best way to do cross round flipping. I personally made this just for cross round flipping and it does a great job. So first of all, what you can do is you can select your region and the realms that you're going to be wanting to buy items from, and also the realms you want to sell on. I'm going to do all the realms that are on the US because I have characters set up on all of these realms. Now what we can do from here is we can go to filters, we can select category, ability, the expansions, we can play around with all the different filters for like your sell rate, your sale average price, gold profit. There is a bunch of different filters you can play around with to find the perfect deals for you. And with all of the columns, if you click on them, it will sort them from the highest to the lowest, or if you click on them twice, from the lowest to the highest. And now what you can do is you can go ahead and you can find some crazy deals. Because what this tool does is it will give you the best possible deal for every single item in the game that meets the filters that you put in. So as you can see, there's some deals right here that are less than 1 gold that we can sell for a bunch of gold profit. For like 50,000 gold, 10,000 gold. You can find some amazing deals. And if you want to be really picky, you can play around with like the sell rate if you just want quick selling items. If you want high value items, you can bump up the sale average to a high price, and then you can go through and you can get all of the best deals for every single item in the game. Now to actually go ahead and use this, I'll show you a really good way to use flipping power. So say for example, we want to buy all of the best deals of Area 52 because that's the realm we're going to log into. We select that for our buying realm, and then if we go ahead and click on sale average versus buy, this will sort it from the highest percent to the lowest percent, and then we can go through and we can just buy all of the best deals. Now, flipping power has a feature where you can actually get an auctionator shopping list, and this makes buying items from flipping power extremely quickly. So if we go ahead and tick the boxes for all of the items that we actually want to buy on Area 52, so we're going through, these are all amazing deals right here that we can make a lot of gold from. So let's go ahead, we select the ones that we want, we scroll up to the button and click on get auctionator list, and this will make us an auctionator list. Let's go ahead and log into Area 52, and what we want to do is we want to import the shopping list into auctionator. So go to the shopping tab, click on import and paste it right here. Now what this will do is we'll actually paste all those items into a shopping list, and we'll also put the price that flipping power recommends. So say for an example, an item flipping power recommends buying at 5,000 gold. It won't show any of the deals that are over 5,000 gold for that item. So anything that pops up is going to be an amazing deal, and we can just go ahead and buy all of these. Now another way to buy them even quicker is you can use point blank sniper, and you can go ahead, you can select the group, and because it will go off the actual price that flipping power recommends, it's only going to show them under the price that flipping power recommends. So you can go ahead, you can select keys, it makes it scan quicker, and then you can go ahead and you can start buying all the items and the deals that we found on flipping power for Area 52. This way we can buy like 50 items from each realm, and within an hour you can buy hundreds and hundreds of amazing deals, which are the best deals across all the realms that you have selected on flipping power. Nothing comes close to flipping power when it comes to like saving time when you're cross round flipping, because you can just do it so quickly. And obviously there's a bunch of different filters and things that you can do with flipping power. I'd be here for literally hours and hours if I were to show you everything you could do with flipping power. I have some videos though on my channel where I go in depth about flipping power. There's also a pretty long video on the flipping power homepage. If you want to go ahead and watch that, it goes over a lot of the features of flipping power in detail. But basically, this is the tool that I personally use for cross round flipping. There's so many different things that you can actually do with it. Now there are other tools that they have on flipping power that can be very useful, but there's also other ways to actually buy items. There are some free methods. Obviously these free methods that I'm going to talk about, they're not as good as flipping power, but they are free, but they are going to like make you spend more time to find less items compared to using flipping power. But I'll go ahead and I'll show you these methods also. So another method is going to be using point blank sniper. And as you can see, I have some groups. I have 4 different groups that are in my flipping guide if you want to go ahead and get these. And these have all of the best items I recommend for sniping with point blank sniper, and I have 4 lists for US, and I also have 4 different lists for EU, because obviously there's different markets on the different regions, so I have 2 different ones for both the different regions. But basically what you do is you set a price source. I set it to the DB region style average around 30%, all the way up to like anything under 50% is a really good deal. And then you can go ahead, scan this, and buy all of the good deals. The only downside with using point blank sniper is that it is round specific. So with flipping power, you can connect all your different realms, and you're covering all the realms on your region, all the realms that you put in your settings. The downside with point blank sniper is it's only going to scan the deals on the realm that you're logged into. So if you want to cover a bunch of different realms, you basically have to buy the deals from one realm, log into the next realm, do the scan, buy the deals, log into the next realm, and then go through all 83 of the realms yourself if you want to cover all the realms on the US, for an example, which will take you literally hours. So that's where flipping power can make it a lot quicker and save you a lot of time. Now another way to buy items is the old-fashioned way, and this is with TSM and just using their shopping scan. So if you have my list, you have a bunch of really good groups, you can go through, select these. Once again, this is a good way to find deals. The scan does take longer than point blank sniper, and obviously once again it's realm specific, unlike flipping power where it's basically all the realms on your region. But this is a great way. So the percent on the far right is of the market value. If you have my operations, I have the operation to change this to the DB region style average, so the percent is based off that. But anything that is under 100% is below where it should be, and obviously the lower the better deal it is. Another thing you can do with TSM to make this process a bit better is you can actually add columns. Now 3 columns that I like to add is the DB region market average, the DB region sale average, and also the DB region sale rate. So these 3 I like to add. This way when I'm looking at the deals, I don't actually have to hover over the tooltip, because all of the important data for cross round flipping is in those 3 columns, and obviously the buy column. So that is all the different ways to do cross round flipping. Hopefully this video helped you out, but if you want to learn a lot more in depth about cross round flipping, I actually have a 6-hour long video training where I go over every single little detail in very detailed ways over 6 hours of video footage. So if you want to go ahead and get that, it will be linked down below in the description box below. And this goes over everything. You also get my TSM group, my operation, my point blank sniper groups, and everything that I have to offer for cross round flipping. You can get that from the cross round flipping course, which will be linked down below. Let me know down in the comments if you're going to start flipping for the first time, or if you've already done flipping in the past. I'd love to know. Till next one guys, take care.